Welcome back to another episode of LineageView. I'm LineageView. Today I'm going to be talking about my entire Nintendo Switch collection, which isn't many, but I'll get into that. So, I bought my Switch back in August, which explains the size of my collection so far. I will be getting into that, and I'll be sort of breaking down each game that I've got and what I like about them, what I don't like about them, and my experiences with the Switch as a whole so far. So, as I said, got it in August. So far, I'm actually really loving it. I really like my Switch. I think it's interesting because I have a PS4, I've got a gaming PC. The question is, does anyone really need a Switch if you have those two systems? And I would say absolutely yes, but only for Nintendo's first party titles. That's the thing. I love Nintendo first party title games. They're just insane. I've always loved them, and it's interesting because it always seems to be a very similar approach. Every time there's a new game, it will be something very recognizable, something very familiar, but with new twists to it. And I think that's part of the magic of Nintendo games. So take a franchise like Mario, for example. Each game improves in its own slight way, but the core game is always mostly the same. So go back to Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, Mario Galaxy, Super Mario Odyssey. They all have that very similar, very recognizable feel to them, but they add new mechanics, and that's what I love about the games. Anyway, we're getting onto a tangent here. So here's my collection as a whole. So as it stands, I currently have 10 games for the Switch that are boxed, and I have a few others that I've bought on the eShop itself. Those games are Final Fantasy 7 and 8 Remaster for the Switch, Super Mario 3D All-Stars, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Animal Crossing New Horizons, Super Mario Odyssey, Pokemon Sword, Red Faction Guerrilla Remastered, Rayman Legends, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, come on, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So you'll notice most of them are first-party Nintendo titles. The thing is, the Switch market at the moment is in a really difficult place because it seems to have a lot, so anyone that's not a Nintendo seems to be porting off existing games, but there's games that have been out for a long time, like Burnout Paradise, which gets taken from the 360 onto the Switch. The problem is they're trying to charge £35 for it, for a game that came out 12 years ago. If you were to pick that up on the 360 now, you could pick it up for £1 or £2. You know, there's PC ports of it which are the same sort of price. So it seems like the economy for Switch games is sort of in a weird state where it costs a lot more than it does anywhere else to play these games. Yet another reason that only the first party titles are really worth me looking into. So that's the thing. So I'll show you the other games that I have on my Switch itself that I bought from the eStore. Okay, so some of these are demos and some of the stuff is just like Switch exclusive stuff for the Mario 35th anniversary. But yeah, here's what else I've got on the Switch. So today, in fact, I bought 51 Worldwide Games, so I've been playing that with the other half, and that's actually a really good game. It's very simple, it's kind of just bare bones, a lot of them are board games, but it's the most fun that we've had together on the Switch. You know, it's just really simple, and it's really time consuming. We've probably played that for about 5 or 6 hours today alone, so yeah, I mean, I see myself playing that one a lot more. It's nice because it doesn't involve some, you know, extravagant control set to learn like Smash. So she's not into Smash because it's kind of complicated and not super user friendly when you first get onto it. If you've never really, you know, if you're not like a regular gamer, let's say. But this game was perfect for it. 51 Worldwide Games is just spot on. You know, we loaded it up and we were playing straight away, so it was great. Another game I have is Ding Dong XL. I've done a review on this actually. I did it, I'll link that down below somewhere. Yeah, I did a review of that back in August, I think it was. This game's like 89 pence and it's super addictive. This is probably the most time I've spent on an indie game before, so definitely check it out. It's so much fun. It's really polished. Again, simple, but it's really polished. Check it out. Again, another game I bought recently. I'm so happy with this one. So if you're a fan of my channel or if you're a fan of my Twitch, you'll know that I play a lot of retro games. So we've been playing Katamari Damacy on the Switch recently for Retro Thursdays. It fits for Retro Thursdays because this was originally a PS2 game and they've ported it over to Switch. So yeah, really happy. This is such a wild game. Here's some gameplay here. of when we've been playing it. It's just an absolutely wild game where you start off as a little guy trying to roll up as many things as possible, and you need to create the biggest ball possible so you can shoot it into the sky to make a star. It's as wild as it sounds, and it's worth every penny. So if you haven't played that before, check out some gameplay. There is a demo for it actually, so check out the demo first. The controls are super unfriendly at first because you have to push both sticks to move forward, and you have to maneuver in a really strange way to turn it. But I think that's part of the charm of the game. It's supposed to be intentionally really cumbersome. It's really, really good. Honestly, check it out. Check out the demo, and then if you like it, it's about £15, so it's worth it. Trust me. Another game I bought today was Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the game. Again, this is a game that came out for the Xbox 360. Well, it was on Xbox Arcade. I think it was on PlayStation as well. I was concerned about this game because it was quickly becoming abandonware, which is, if you're not familiar with the term, it's where a software comes out on a console, and after the life of that console, it's not ported across anymore to any other consoles, and you can't play it anymore because either the servers for the network is down, like they've shut down the 360 servers for the shop. Basically, that was a really long-winded way of saying there's no way for you to play it. There's no officially supported way for you to play it from the developers. So that's been the case until recently, when the developers have brought out a up-to-date version of this game. It looks a lot more polished than I remember, but it's probably just my eyes not working properly, to be honest. So the game itself is really good. It's just a side-scrolling beat-em-up, sort of in the retro style. It's all sort of 8-bit, 16-bit. The music's great. It's really authentic. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the game, is an incredible game, and yeah, I picked it up for about £8, £8 or £9 on the Switch because it's on sale at the moment. It's absolutely worth it. Next, we have Sega Mega Drive Classics. We've basically seen this compilation on almost every console that's came out in the last 10 years, if not more. It was on the 360, it was on the PS3, it was on the Wii U, I think it was on the Switch now, it's on the PC as well. It's basically, what I'm trying to say is, it's on everything. So, you'll have seen this collection everywhere. Interestingly, I've played the 360 one, the PS3 one, the PS4 one, and this one, and all of them are slightly different, which is very strange. This one's my favourite. So rather than just being kind of like a boring menu with a select screen, it puts you in a 3D space which looks like a kid's bedroom, and you can pick the games off the shelf. It's really, really nice. It's such a small touch, but it goes a long way to add the presentation. This is my favourite version of this game so far. Really great pickup. It's a little bit more expensive than I thought it would be. It's cheaper on the other consoles because of what I was mentioning earlier about the kind of broken Twitch economy, where things are more expensive on like a supply and demand sort of basis. So it's kind of like you can't really get them anywhere else if you want to play it like you play on a Switch. So you pay the money and then that's it. And finally, the last game on this list is Amnesia Collection. This is the Amnesia The Dark Descent franchise. So at the time, the 3 games that were out for this this series. So I really got stung on this one because I bought this at a really awkward time. Back in October, I think I bought this for Halloween for streaming. So all I had was my Mac, which is what I was streaming from, and all I had was the Switch and the PS4. And this collection was about the same price on the PS4 as it was on the Switch. The problem is, I only wanted Amnesia The Dark Descent. I bought that on PC years ago, 8-9 years ago, for about £3. So I bought this collection in October of 2020 for £25, which is a crazy amount really to spend on a game that's so old. Again, the economy of the Switch is just a little bit crazy. Yeah, I'm really loving the Switch so far, and yeah, thank you for tuning in, guys. If you like the video, make sure to subscribe, follow the channel for more information, and I will see you next time.